What's up, everybody? I'm back with another episode of the Keep Going podcast. Today's guest is Ricky B, a friend of mine for over 18 years. Met him in junior high. Been a brother since day one, but his story is so important. Coming from a troubled background, leaning into gangbanging, losing his mom at a young age, dealing with prison, but he never let it stop him. He pushed through. He's bettered his life, created a career through music, hard work, a loving father, and just a good human being. We all have our ups and our downs, but that's not what defines us. What defines us is how we push through and better ourselves. Ricky, I appreciate you, bro. Can't thank you enough for sitting down with me, being vulnerable, and really telling your story. Hope you all enjoy. Keep going. Appreciate you coming on, Rick.
Yes, sir.
There's few people that I go so long without seeing, and then you can raise it up if you need to, but
no, you good.
That we go so long without seeing each other, and then I get that happy when you pull up. Like we were just saying, you know, we've known each other 18 years.
Facts.
That's wild. But I still remember, bro, one random time where, like, this is probably some of my earliest memories with you. For some reason, we were in Mickey's grandma's van after school, and she took us to the Y. You know, us three hoops.
Mickey.
I
like, remember
just
Mickey.
so
That's
random, but you've always been around, bro. You've been good to me. I appreciate you wanting to share the space, bro.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you having me, man. This is fire. I like the setup. Feel me? I'm on the Keep Going podcast. You feel me?
Well, it's only right, but I know I met you junior high wise, but you had kind of spoke on it before we started with like your upbringing and being chaotic and things like that. So are you from Oklahoma City as far as born? Because I met you junior high, so I don't know where you're from exactly.
Yeah, so like it's kind of like all over type thing. Like I was born here, but I was raised in Amarillo, Texas, because my sister was born there, my little sister. So like I guess we were already here when my mom and dad had my brother and me, and then before they had my sister, we moved to Amarillo. So I was raised there till I was like five or six, and then we came back up here, moved to the north side, and my brother was getting in trouble a lot and gangbanging and stuff, so we moved to the south side. That's whenever I met all y'all, Kendall and all y'all.
Okay. And that's, junior high. So.
Yeah, about sixth grade, fifth grade, yeah.
Crazy. Like I said, you had spoke on it, but without having that structure, you said you were out like trying to find fulfillment in other areas. Mm-hmm. Take me through that, because I am very familiar with like not having structure in that time frame and thinking drinking and smoking and doing things is cool. But then when you age like you are now, you look back and you're like, damn, I'm lucky I'm even alive.
Facts. No, so at the time, I think like my childhood was so crazy, bro, because like me and my dad never got along. You feel me? So I really didn't listen to him. You know what I mean?
Passed away at what age?
16. So I lost my mom at 16. That was my best friend, everything. You feel me? So actually it was crazy because when my mom passed away, I was actually in jail. I was in junior high. Or like not junior high. I was in the Berry house. I was probably 8th grade. Yeah, I was in junior high. I was like 8th grade, I think, going into 9th grade. And I had got caught stealing some like basketball shoes or something, because my dad wasn't trying to buy them for me, telling me to get a job and stuff. And I'm like, bro, I play sports. I'm going to school. Like, I'm not about to work too. You know what I mean? I'm tired after school. Like, so I was like, I'm stealing. You know what I mean? I tried to steal them, the shoes, and I got caught. They locked me up. And then I was like fighting a lot. And I never understood like what, like today looking back on my life, you remember I used to fight a lot, bro. So I just did not know why I was so angry and shit. So it's like that childhood trauma stuff really affected me without me knowing that it affected me. You feel me? So that's why I was always smoking, drinking, partying, kind of running from reality, not knowing what I was really doing. And then until I literally got like in my mid-20s, and I was like looking back on everything like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what have you been doing, you know? So then I kind of had like a reality check, switched it up. But
it's funny, bro, not to cut you off, but
no, you good.
I've got like, I probably have more than I'll say right now, but there's two people that come to mind, and it's Nico, who you remember, Nick Williams, my homeboy Nick that passed away when we were in high school.
Yes.
His cousin and you. And I mean this as a compliment. Like you two are some of the most like ready to go type individuals that for some reason fucked with me, and it always made me laugh when I'd meet you because I felt like I always got a different version. Like not a different version every time. It's just the Ricky that I knew wasn't the Ricky that people were seeing in the streets. It was always interesting to me. Like we'd be playing 2K or going to hoop or whatever, but like I knew you were troubled and I knew you were dealing with stuff, but you always gave me a great version. So it always cracked me up. I'm like, how do I know this guy and have such a good relationship? But like, he's a switch. Like, he can just go.
Facts.
Like, I guess I mean that as like, you were destined for it originally. You were just battling so many demons and not really knowing.
And I didn't have like no outlet. I didn't have like a dad. I didn't have a big homie. My big brother's been in prison so long. He gets out this week, but like, that's what I'm saying. See, like he's still in and out of jail and shit. So like, I never had none of that. Like, I was always older. I think I turned 34 in May. Like, we're the same age, but like in Kendall.
But you're like 6 months ahead of me or something.
But I was always older than everybody else. So I was so I always had to act tough and act like I got it together even when I didn't, you know. I kind of picked that up young, survival. Like, I was always in survival mode. That's what nobody really understands. Like, when we were hooping varsity, junior high, starting and all that shit, bro, I was selling drugs before school. Like I had a whole nother life than other kids. So then I had to turn it on, turn it off, go to school, act like a kid. And I'm in there with an ounce of weed in my pocket and like $1,000, gun in my backpack. Like, you know what I mean? And then I'm going to basketball, football practice. Then after that, I'm back trying to survive. You know what I mean? So like, that's how I was until about high school, bro. So then when I lost my mom, I was in jail. So I had no choice but to like, I kind of like blocked it out. It was weird. I kind of like acted like it really wasn't happening, even though it did. So I had to kind of like find God, go through therapy, counseling, all this stuff. Nothing worked, bro, for years. I was
in high school. You were going through it?
Yeah. In high school, that's when I kept going to jail. If you remember.
Well, I remember that, but I meant you were doing therapy then too?
Yeah. And it wasn't working.
That was probably so tough.
Yeah.
Because you didn't want to open up to them.
No, I didn't. That was the whole problem. I never opened up, bro, until I was probably like 27, 28. I finally like broke down and cried about it and started opening up. And I was like, I should have been to done this. You know what I mean? Like,
but it doesn't even seem possible at the time, especially 16, 17.
Exactly. I didn't even know what was really happening. So like, you got to remember like Stephen Cougill and Blake Pulliam and Dalton Craig?
Stephen's supposed to come on.
Oh, for real? That's fire.
Yeah,
that's my brother. So Dalton Craig, Stephen, Blake Pulliam, Jeremy Porcher, all them like.
You know what we used to say about Blake?
What?
When he was like, I don't play one-on-one. Basketball is a team sport. Like, he's lame as fuck. But he was such a hooper.
Blake is a hooper.
Such a hooper, but I would always hate when he
I used to hate it because he used to never want to go hoop with us. Mm-hmm. Like, he just wants to hoop in real games and go to practice.
And great at it.
Yeah, and I'd be like, come to the Y. He'd be like, nah, I ain't going to the Y. I'm like, this dude, bro, like, Blake was that dude, though. I ain't gonna lie. He had a jumper.
Oh, yeah. And he played the game. There's hoopers and, like, people that play the game. And, like, he could hoop, but he was structured. He was together.
Yeah.
We didn't have any filter. That's probably why we didn't play much on organized.
No, you're right.
Just too reckless.
I don't even think I ran any plays my whole life hooping. Like, I just was out there hooping. I always started because of my defense, though. I didn't start because of my offense, bro. I could hoop.
I remember you started when we were playing sophomore team at Southmore. And it would be from defense.
Man, listen, and they wouldn't let me go JV or varsity because I was literally too lit. I used to come to practice smelling like weed. I used to argue with Coach Brown. I was doing too much, you know what I mean? So that's what I said. Like, looking back, like, I still talk to all my coaches, bro. That's what's crazy. I talk to like my junior high coaches from Westmore, Moore West, all that. Like, so like, they're like, bro, I'm so proud of you, bro. Like, I thought you would honestly be dead or in prison right now. Like, to see you doing what you're doing, being a good dad, they're like, I respect that, bro. And they be like offering to take me to eat and stuff and to kick it. And like, that makes me like smile. You feel me? Cause like, I didn't even think I'd be here today. And a lot of people that I be meeting, bro, like the other day I met this dude drunk as hell. Like, he was talking shit to me. And I just
cut that on silent.
Yeah.
My bad.
And I just started laughing. And I just kind of ignored it, you know, walked off because I'm like, I ain't trying to go to jail, you know, and I know he can't whoop me. You feel me? He was an old ass dude too, and I was just laughing about it. But the old me, I would have slapped his ass, like dead ass. I would have never even thought like he's an old man.
You wouldn't have thought.
I would have just acted. You know what I mean? So I was just like, all right, bro. Like, you don't really, just don't touch me.
But Blake, Steven, having all those guys around you, is that, I guess, the therapy you could use at the time? Because you could talk.
Yeah, I used all of y'all to get away from my problems and shit. Like, I would go kick it with y'all, go hoop, go play the game, go to parties, all that. Because when I went home, you got to realize I got to face reality. I don't get along with my dad. We don't like each other. I don't respect him as a man. Lost my mom. Brother in and out of jail.
You go home, it's just hell.
Yeah, I don't even want to be there. You feel me? So, like, that was every day for me, bro. So that's whenever I started drinking, that was my outlet. So I started at like 16 years old, bro. That's what people don't think. Like, no, but I was really drinking at a young age. Like, what? And then I slowed down. Like, now that I'm older, I really don't drink like that. I'm a occasional drinker. Like whenever it makes sense to drink, I'm gonna drink. If I'm around a lot of people, cause I don't really like people. So I'm not trying to talk to all y'all.
No.
I'm gonna talk to who I know, who I fuck with, and that's it. Like,
well, that's why I was saying earlier, like, you're unique. Our relationship is unique because we were very similar in that aspect. For some reason, we'd be around crowds, but we didn't fool with everybody. So people like yourself.
No, you got that bad, bro. You didn't fuck with nobody. I swear to God. You didn't talk to nobody but like the hoopers or the real. Like, other than that, I used to catch you all the time walking with your head down. Like, literally, like, just going straight to point A, point B. That's what you was always on. Like, on a mission. Like, wherever you going, that's where you going. I ain't stopping to say what's up. Or if you catch me or get my attention, you'll be like, what up? But you didn't walk past us before in school, just like, dude, we like, Zach. And you like, oh, what up? Then you'll stop and shit. And I'm like, he don't fuck with nobody. Like, we used to always say that.
Bro, you remember Austin Reeves?
Yeah, that's my boy,
man. He used to say, man, you're an asshole. And I'm just doing my thing. But I was going through stuff that, like, as you look back, that's how I was coping. I was like, well, I don't really trust nobody. Some people that I did trust, like, turned on me or broke in the house or put me in danger. So I'm like, I don't fuck with nobody.
Bro, you know what's crazy to me? You and your sister are nothing alike. Like, at all. And it's crazy. Like, she probably gonna kick my ass for bringing her up. Shout out to Kenan. But she, whenever, like, back in the day, me and her used to talk or whatever, like, I didn't even know y'all were brother and sister until, like, one day I think we went on a date, went back to the house, we're chilling. I'm looking around at pictures and stuff, and I'm like, what the fuck you got pictures of Zach all there for? And she was like, that's my brother. And I was like, what? I think I hit you up, actually. And I was like, bro, this is crazy. But, like, the way your mom raised y'all, you could tell she did something right. You know what I mean? Because she never played with me. You know, back then I was all over the place, and your sister did not play games, bro. And I'm like, why is she so mature? You know what I mean? I used to always say that. Like, she act like she 40, like, and she's still like that till today. So it's funny. We can look back and laugh at it. You know, we're still cool and stuff, but y'all always were different than all the other kids. You know what I mean? Like, y'all didn't carry yourself like all of us. And we were always partying, even Kendall and them, all the homies that went to OU, we were partying. We were outside drinking, smoking. You really never did nothing but hoop and smoke. But you was in the mix, though. You was still around. And
I made my fair share of mistakes, but, like, I've told people on the pod about this, like, because people ask me, like, what'd you do growing up? What sports? Things like that. Basketball were the first people that ever accepted me. Yeah. Like, the basketball crowd, and mainly the hoopers, not really like the basketball crowd, but like the hoopers, the ones we're talking about.
Yeah.
It was like the first acceptance I ever got. Yeah. Like, first real friends I ever had, first compliments I ever got. Like, looking back, that's why I think I dedicated everything to it. Not that I didn't make my mistakes, but, like, basketball is all that mattered. And that's why we have so many memories of being at First Baptist or being at the Y or just really tearing people up. Mm-hmm. Just because it was a lot of passion. But, like, I know jail wise, you've dealt with a lot of adversity, and you kind of mentioned it earlier when we were off the recording. But what type of, like, experience did you have with gangbanging, jail, and those type of things? What was your experience with that?
So I'm not gonna lie, like, now that I look back on it, bro, like, even today, like, the other day I told somebody, like, I don't gangbang no more. I'm still a blood. Like, I can't change that. You know what I mean? I'm still
What do you mean you can't change it?
Like, once you're jumped in, once you're in, you're in. You know what I mean? That's kind of stuck to you. So, like, say if I went to prison today, I would still be with the Bloods and have to like be a part of what they have going on. I can't go into jail today and say, I'm not a blood, I'm not a Crip, then they won't respect me. They're going to fuck. It's going to be a lot of politics that comes with it. It's a lot of politics. So with me not being a gangbanger, what that means is I'm not carrying a gun. I'm not carrying a flag. I'm not tripping with the other side. I'm not crashing out or going to jail behind this, all that crash out stuff. Like, I'm done with it. You know what I mean? That's pretty much what I was on. Cause only thing that ever came with that was jail and trouble, drama. You feel me? So I just got tired of it. So when I was doing it, I didn't even do it because I thought it was cool or nothing. Like, I really didn't have a choice. Like, my brother gangbang, my mom, my uncles, my aunts, my whole family gangbang. So it was kind of in our family. And then so many people used to try to fight me, bro, because of my brother. Like, so many people. So I was like, bro, I'm fighting. Like, everybody thinks I'm already a blood and I'm fighting for it. You know what I mean? It only makes sense because I'm getting jumped at this point. Like, so I was like, one day I talked to my brother and my cousins and they ended up jumping me in.
What age was this?
Probably like 14, 13, 14, something like that. Like 7th grade, 6th grade. And then I went full throttle because I used to try to, be the best at everything. That's how kind of we are. So yeah. I went, that's why I was so crazy. Like, I was always full throttle. Like, and I'm little. I was always little. So I'm like, I got to prove myself. I got to show them I'm tough. I got to show them I ain't scared. So over the years, I built my name up just fighting, like all the time, every day after school, before school, all that. And then, it was all a game and stuff. It was all cool till I started going to jail. Then I was like, damn, like I didn't really catch on to it till like I got real jail time. Like, you go to jail for a week or two. I was a kid. Like, I don't care. Like, everybody's talking about, oh, you went to jail. It's cool. Like, I get brownie points. When you get 2, 3 years, 4 years, it's like, it's different.
What age did you get your first real sentence?
Like 18. As soon as I turned 18.
And that was how many years then?
2.5. And it was just, I went to like a military boot camp prison called Bill Johnson in like Ada, Oklahoma.
Okay.
So like everything is like, sir, yes, sir, no, ma'am, all that. So like, me, bro. I was talking shit. I'm not about to say all that. Like, so I did probably 30, 40,000 push-ups. I was there, like, for real. They had me doing
just crazy.
Bro, I was so buff when I got out of there. Every time I talked back, they were like, push up, push. And you gotta like do military workouts, like burpees. You gotta roll on the ground. It was insane. And it was like super hot. You gotta ask to go to the bathroom. You gotta ask to use the phone. You gotta ask for, I hated it, bro. I was like, if this is what comes with that, I'm done. I was like, I'm cool. So I got out and it really wasn't registering, so I just kept doing the same stuff and ended up going back again for another 2 years. And that's when I really like found God. I chilled out. I really got tired of it.
How do you survive your day to day though, being in a box? That seems so fucking tough.
You have to.
Especially for someone that like, you are gifted.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know we're talking about bad shit, great shit, but you're a gifted human being. So I feel like being confined is crazy.
It is. But what I did, like how my mom raised me, bro, like that's what I was telling people. Like, I've always went through hell. Like, at a very young age, I've been through a lot of shit. So that jail shit really wasn't nothing to me. I just really wanted pussy. Not gonna lie, I wanted some food. And I just wanted to, like, it sucked getting calls that, like, your people are dying and super sick and shit because you can't do shit about it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So other than those 3 things really drove me insane. Like, everybody like, a lot of dudes were jagging on, doing whatever. I'm like, that's not the same to me. Like, I can't do that every day, bro. I need physical woman touch. Like, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with y'all. And like calling your people, they're not answering. You might not talk to your mom for like 2, 3, 4 weeks because when you call her, she's busy or you don't know. But in your head, you're like, damn, I hope she's not sick. I hope she's not, whatever. So it's like, and the food sucks. Like, the food is so nasty, bro. Like, I went so many days without eating nothing, just bread. Like, I'm gonna just eat the bread. Like, and I was like, I can't do this no more, bro. Like, I was like, I just can't do it. And then my daughter was like, just tired of me doing shit like that, like, fed up with me. So then I started losing people I love because they were tired of me like fucking up and hurting them and stuff. So I had no choice but to really change. And before my mom passed, I promised her like I would change and shit. She pretty much had to sit down with me and she was like, you can't keep going to jail. Like, you're better than that. Da, 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 da. So like, it's like a promise I made to her and myself, So I kind of stuck with that shit. Honestly, it just took me a while to get there. But ever since she passed, I was already like, I think about it all the time when I do dumb shit. My mom pops in my head, her voice, like all that. So like, that's really what made me change. I ain't gonna lie.
When you're changing in jail, like, Is that like, because you said when you were trying to stop gangbanging and like move forward, you had to fight all these fights just to get some space.
You gotta earn people's respect in that industry. I don't know why it's like that, because I've already earned my respect. I've already put in work. I did a lot of shit. But like when I announced that I was gonna quit gangbanging and I didn't want to bang no more and stuff, a lot of homies didn't care. Like they was like, "That's what's up, bro. Like you really, like you said, like you destined for greatness. Like go do something great. You know what I mean? Go back to school, get your money up. You know, woo." But then you got the other homies like, nah, you a bitch. Like, that's some pussy shit. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not going to get called a bitch whether I bang or not. So now me and you got to fight. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it just comes with that, bro. That's what comes with it. And you know, we know that as when we sign up. When you sign up, you got to think you're getting jumped by 4 or 5 people. Like me, it was 4 people. Some people 5, 6, 7. I don't know how many people, how every single quotation goes, but you got to be a dumbass to just be like, oh, I'm going to fight 4 people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to kind of be off balance to do that. So it's tricky from the jump, bro. And it's like, it's really not worth, it's a lot of risk, like, and it's not really worth it at the end of the day. So that's when I just was like, I'm done with it. And, I want to see what the other side of life is about. You feel me? So that's when I quit selling drugs, bro. I don't know if you remember, bro. I used to be on. Like, I used to have like a cartel plug. Yeah, so
I know.
That easy money was crazy for me to give up, bro. Because it was like I can wake up and make like $1,000 and sit here all day versus going to a 9 to 5 and being annoyed and I'm making $50 a day. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was crazy. So, but once I did it, it felt really good. So I just stuck with it. You know what I mean?
And that was the last time you were in jail and you got out.
Yeah. So the last time I was in prison was like 2018. So I got out like 2019, I think. No, 2017 I went in. I got out 2019. And
so that was, no wonder that was the one that like stuck because you're a grown ass man.
Mm-hmm. I was like, bro, I'm
you're
tripping.
Grown at 16, 18,
yeah.
19. But 25, 26.
I was like, I'm tripping, bro. Yeah. I'm doing too much. Like, I'm wasting my whole life doing.
And I bet you could see the people in there that were cool with being there that probably made you flip a switch too.
And bro, I was the only person. Last time I went to prison, I was the only person in there for weed. They took, because I have such a criminal history from my past. Anything I do is magnified crazy. Like, oh, he's a fuck up. Like, nigga, I haven't done shit in 10 years. Like, what are you talking about? But that 10 years ago, what I was doing was insane. Like, I was doing everything. Like, so, yeah, I was in there with crackheads, killers, rapists, everything. And I'm
you're
in there
a cleanly type of guy, so you're in a slum.
I was in there for weed, bro. I was in there, like, that drove me insane. I'm in these meetings, like in these classes, and everyone's talking about meth and all this shit, and I've never done crack.
You're like, I was smoking and playing.
I've never done cocaine. I've never done anything. Like, no drugs. I just smoke weed, bro. I just drank. So all that shit in there was like, I'm like looking at myself like I felt dumb, bro. I was like, damn. So I just, you know, had to get it right, bro, and had to get it together. No excuses type shit. And moving to Cali helped me.
When you moved, or when you got out, you moved to Cali?
Mm-hmm. Well, really after high school, I went to Cali. If you remember, like I was like 19, I went straight to Cali.
Because I remember you went and then came back, and that's when we were in the First Baptist days, and then you went to jail, and I didn't see you.
Dipped out,
And then honestly, like, if I'm thinking back to when I saw you after that, it might have been when you were seeing me walking my dogs in my neighborhood. Like,
no, I seen you once before that.
Where at?
Where did I catch you at, bro? I think you was with the homies or something. You was look like Dre and them. And I seen you all, I ran into all y'all, and I was like, what the fuck are y'all niggas doing? It was one time before that I ran into you, but before that, it was like 3 or 4 years before you and my cousin Tez. And you know what's crazy? His brother Narcus, you know Narcus?
Bro, he gave me my first tattoo.
He is cold. I was just about to tell you that. He doing tats and stuff. So with me doing promoting and hosting and stuff, we linked. And at like to throw an event and stuff like that, he tatted some people up. And I was going to have him perform, but he ended up not performing. But long story short, he used to be a menace. He used to gangbang too back in the day, to see how far he's came and grown. And he's a dad. He's married. Like, he don't do anything. Like, that's how I wanted. Like, I was like, okay, like, he was one of them dudes back then I looked up to. Like, that's my big cousin. So I was just like, he always got money. He got the females. I thought everything he was doing was cool. But even he changed, you know what I mean? So like, everybody has to grow up, bro, and change. But my biggest thing, bro, like, you know Barry Tar? I don't even know. I don't think he'll get mad at me for saying this, because that's my brother. So me and Barry grew up together, and I used to pick on him actually, like in elementary, junior high. Like Barry's the coolest motherfucker ever. Like you know Barry, you know Barry. But I was just fucked up as a kid. Like I was, so we used to bully motherfuckers, pick on motherfuckers, all that. And I used to fuck with Barry, bro, like bad. And then as we got older, he was just cool. So we ended up being cool and ended up, meshing. And I actually apologized to him like 20 years later. Like it just randomly hit my mind. Like, I used to fuck with you a lot when we were little. I apologize, bro. I used to pick, and that nigga like felt that. Like he was like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I appreciate you doing that. You a real one. He was like, cause I was waiting for my apology. You used to torment me, bro. Like that, he wasn't really waiting for it, but he was like, damn, is this nigga ever gonna acknowledge like that we used to beef? Yeah, like
how did it feel apologizing as a man though?
It felt good, taking accountability and shit. So that's why I do it so much now. Mm-hmm. And it's just the right thing to do anyways. You feel me? Cause he didn't do anything to me. So. And to see where he's at now and how much he's grown, bro, he is a savage, bro. Like his music is good, his art, everything he does is like solidified. But he's been that dude though. That's what I'm saying. Like all of us have really always been that dude. We just had to kind of find ourselves. You feel me?
Yeah, I think the school we went to it in high school at a time where there was no rules. Mm-hmm. So, and then we were already reckless. So it's like we're already reckless and we have no rules and we have shit within our grasp. Mm-hmm. Like we can go out, we can drink, we can smoke, we can hang out with females, we can do this, and that. And then we just enjoy each other's company. So we're not bettering ourselves. It's like, oh, you want to fuck off and play the game and then go hoop for 4 hours? It's like, yeah.
We was really on.
So it's hard to grow when you're not taking accountability. That's why when you said earlier, you're like, no, you just changed. What changed you? And that's why I leaned on the real estate, because it was like something gave me something to live for.
Yeah.
And before, even though I was a positive guy, obviously we had a good relationship, but we're just going through the motions. Yeah. How can we make money the fastest? How can we fuck off the most but still be successful? Facts. And just doing that. Yeah. And like to see how far you've come now, like that's why when you came in, we were so happy. It's like, bro, it's really good to see you. Like,
facts.
I don't think we've had like real ass hugs like we have in the last 3 times we've seen each other. Facts. It's like, bro, I'm glad you're alive.
Yeah, and like that ass. I literally did think something happened to you, bro. Swear to God. I swear to God I said that. I don't know who else. I think Steven. He always me and Steven be catching up. And I'm going to kick his ass too if I don't see him while I'm down here. I already told him that the last like 5 times, cause he's like engaged now too. He just had a daughter. And I get it. I respect it cause Steven really loves that girl. So it's crazy to me because I used to live with Steven like I was telling you as a child. Like his mom, I had my own room over there cause they knew everything that was going on in my house. So his mom used to take me away from that and try to cause I was so good at sports. They're like, just focus on school and sports. Like you're good. And so I used to live with Steven, bro. He's never hooked up with a female without a condom until his fiance right now. Like, I swear to God, bro, I used to go to his room and he used to have so many boxes of condoms. I'm like, damn. So when he got that girl pregnant, I knew it was over for him.
You're like, no, he loved her.
I'm like, what the fuck? What? And I said, you took, I was like so proud of that nigga, bro. Like, that's crazy, because he never, ever would have sex without a condom. I used to risk it sometimes. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I used to be like, fuck it.
When did you have your daughter?
She's 14, so.
Your daughter's 14?
Yeah.
You got a grown-ass daughter?
Yeah. She be talking shit, too, just like me. It's insane, bro.
Well, what's it like being, not that you weren't a good father before, because I'm sure you had different levels, but now you're more together. Like, how do you feel now with that?
So what's crazy is, you know how like my mouth is, bro. I'm really blunt, like brutally, honestly blunt. Sometimes I hate it. Sometimes I love it, but like that's who my mom raised me to be. That's who I am. Like my daughter's the same exact way. She knows everything. I don't tell her no secrets. I don't sugarcoat nothing with her or anything. Like she knew I went to jail when I went to jail. She knew like why me and her mom broke up, everything. So she's always been on board. We've always communicated. I've always been in her life. So that didn't really affect me and her because I wasn't gone too long. The 2 years I was gone, like I said, I was still in her life, checking on her, whatever I needed to do. But it did kind of affect it for a little bit, but we had a talk now that she's older, because she did bring up something. She was like, one day we were like arguing and she was like, well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to make nothing up. She said something about me going to jail though. She brought it up like in an angry way, and I was like thrown off about it. Like, so you're still mad at me for that? And she was like, no, I'm not mad at you for that because I know stuff happens and that's like part of life. But in your journey, she's like, but when you did go to jail that the first time, I needed you. And she was like, you wasn't here. And I was like, fuck, like that fucked me up. You know what I mean? So I was like, man, I can't be leaving her like that. Like I gotta be able to be there for her. And that's why I fly here so much too when I'm gone. Like she'd be like, where you at? I want to see you. Like, da, da, da. So.
And yeah. I know I kind of mentioned it, but that was such a cool moment. Like that's like, so you know, when you do have kids, I don't have children, but.
I was going to ask you that. Do you want one? I know you do, bro.
I really don't.
You would be a good ass dad though. That would be
that's
dope,
probably
bro.
why I don't want it.
That would be dope. You should think about it. Does your girl want one?
No, we don't right now.
Oh, both of y'all don't? Oh, y'all good then.
Yeah, we're not fighting no struggle with that.
Yeah.
We were close in 2022. We thought about it, but it only took me like a day to say.
It's like, nah.
She was more on board at the time, but then a day later when I was like, I'm not with it. And she was like, you're right. She's like, I was tripping. I wasn't ready either.
That's fucking
so like I told you earlier, I just found someone that complimented me perfectly. Mm-hmm. But what I was going to say is like, when we were young and we'd see our elders like meeting people and they're like, oh, that's my homie. That's your uncle. That's whoever. You don't know the history.
Yeah.
So like you pulling up on me while I'm walking my dogs in my neighborhood and we're both in our 30s doing grown people stuff. I'm just like, what are the chances? Like, it was such a funny moment for you to pull up in that car and roll down your window. I'm like, what the hell? You're like, what the hell are you doing?
When I seen you, I'm dropping off. I think I was dropping off my nephew or something.
That's what you said, your nephew, yeah.
So I was dropping him off, and then I looked over and seen you. I was like, I said, that nigga look like Zach. And then I looked again. I'm like, what the fuck is this, Zach? And so I had to let the window down. Like, what's up, bro? Like, what you doing, bro? Like, I haven't seen, bro. And that's how you know I really fuck with you, bro, because like, I was excited to see you, actually. I was like, you know what I mean? I was like, damn, I really haven't seen this dude in forever. What the fuck?
That's when you dap up and then you're holding it. You're just like,
we got some good
I don't know
memories.
when I'll see you again.
Yeah, facts though. Like real shit. Even Kendall, bro, I told him that. I said, bro, I know you busy. You and Kate having hella kids doing your thing, but we got to make time, bro, for all of us to get together, bro. We have to, bro. We're getting too old. You know, life is short.
You know how he is. I've probably asked him to be on the pod like 5 times.
I'm about to say you should get him.
Oh, yeah.
Austin Haywood,
yeah,
Julian.
We should get you on the pod.
Julian.
Julian will do it.
Julian just signed with OSU.
Both of them will do it.
Yeah.
Kendall's the one bullshit. And it makes me laugh. I'm
like, bullshit, man.
He's like, yeah, bro, yeah, that'd be cool. I'm like,
motherfucker, pull up.
What do you mean that would be cool? But I get proud when I meet people that do come from troubled backgrounds that push through, but also just like still stay themselves too.
Yeah.
You're still you.
Yeah, I am.
But you're just better. And
smarter, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a big deal. And like when I saw you you'd always been involved with multiple things, but when I saw you getting involved with music, and then I saw you like posting about the studio and things like that, it looked like it was giving you fulfillment. And now you do so much promoting and things, but like, what drew you to that initially? Because that would have been like a few years ago now, right? Like 5, 6.
I started doing music 2022.
Okay.
So it's more recent. Years. Yeah. So like when I started, what got me into it is the prison that I was in 2018, 2019. They had a studio. They had a barbershop. They had a studio. They had all kind of shit that I'm not used to being in jail. Like, what the fuck kind of jail is this? You know what I mean? It was dope though. So every day I would go to class. I would do whatever I needed to do to make the day end faster. So like I'm going to get up and work out. I have a routine. I'm going to play cards. I'm going to go to church. I'm going to go whatever I need to do to stay busy, play basketball, work out. By 7 or 8 o'clock at night, I can shower and go straight to sleep. Like I'm going to talk to my family and I'm going to sleep at 7 or 8. That made my days just go by faster.
Waking up at 6 a.m.
And I'm staying out of trouble because like if you're not in class or you're not doing productive shit, you're going to be dealing with the gang banging and the drugs and the stabbing. It's a lot of shit that goes on. So I was staying busy as much as I could. And, they had a studio in there and I just found myself writing one day. Like I'm like, damn, I'm really good like at this. Like it's weird. Cause I was just writing rap, like full songs, just killing it. I had like 3 notebooks. And so one day I went to the studio, laid down some stuff. I liked it. It was fun. It was like therapeutic for me. Cause, like basketball kind of, it was kind of like that for me. And I've never done this before. So it was dope. And I'm like, damn, I know everybody in Oklahoma. I'm like, all the females fuck with me. Like I can get something popping behind this. Let me try it and see how it goes. And all my friends did music at the time. So
I like that you had a delivery though. Man. Because that's probably the difference. Because there's probably writers and people that can perform, but it sounded legit. And I mean that as a compliment.
No, look, this is what's crazy. You're on point with that because I struggle with performing, but I could make a song. I knew how to do everything, but I figured it out backwards. So that's why I don't do music right now. I took a break so I can actually mentally figure it out exactly how to do it, what I need to do. And like, sometimes, bro, you got to take a back seat to like your homies, like Juice the Mac. You know Juice?
Yeah.
So like that's my homie. Sauce Me Up GQ, that's my homie. Like Triple MZ, like it's a lot of artists that's really, really, really good, and I'm really cool with them. And it's like we can't all blow up together, and like everybody gonna have that moment in time. But like right now, I feel like it's their time. You feel me? So I noticed that is why I slowed down. I feel like I could be better. I feel like my performances, I had weak energy. Like
how so?
Just like nervousness. Like I'll be nervous every time I do a show, but that wouldn't really stop me from doing the show. I wasn't like
but you may not have been like your full self.
I wasn't rehearsing. I was just
showing up ready to go.
Boy, I would drop a song right now with you and go do a show in an hour and not even know the damn lyrics. But I could punch in. Like I can say every other word, but I really don't know. And that's unprofessional. You know what I mean? So it's like I was just noticing I'm my biggest critic. You feel me? Yeah. So nobody can't say shit about me that I don't even know or that I'm not already thinking. So I was like, damn, you got to get better. You got to get better. And then I was spending so much money, bro. I was spending so much money on that music, bro. I'm like, damn, I'm still dealing with lawyers. Like I could have had my lawyer paid off. You feel me? Like, and my daughter was dealing with cancer symptoms.
Damn.
And she got past it. She's doing good, but it was just too much shit going on. And I was putting music first. So I was like, nah, I'm not that fucking stupid. You know what I mean? Like I'm not delusional, bro. Like wake the fuck up. That shit can wait. You can come back to it. I still write and practice, but I haven't been to the studio in like a year.
What made it so easy for you to like create those events, whether it was like Ugly Bubbly or any of those events that I would see you at, or not see you at, but see you posting about? Like what made it so easy for you to make those happen? Because it seemed natural for the networking side. Yeah. Which you've always been good at that, but like, how'd you find that?
So like, I ain't gonna lie, shout out to Trip G, shout out to J-Po, shout out to Josh from Ugly Bubbly. So they pretty much got me going and started. Like I was already doing music. I did like 200 shows. Like I did like 50, 60 shows in Oklahoma. I did shows in Vegas, Cali, Dallas, all that. So I probably did 200 shows, 150, 200 shows.
As you're figuring it out.
As I'm figuring it out, just on it, taking it. I did like 50 videos and I only dropped like 20 of them because I didn't like them. Like I'm telling you, I'm my own worst critic. Like I was like, I don't like it. And I already paid the dude in cash, full. Like I'll fucking throw it away. Like literally. And like, so I probably got like 500 songs. I've dropped like 11 tapes. I haven't done an album yet. I dropped 11 tapes. Out of those like 500-600 songs, I've only dropped like 100 of them. I still got like 400 songs never released. Like I got all kind of shit, bro. I got like 70 features, and I just got tired of music. I ain't gonna lie to you. And it was draining, and it was too expensive. And in my life at the time, like I said, I had to focus on my daughter. I had to focus on all kind of other stuff. So I had to put my priorities, like, you know, in line, and music fell to the end. And I'm like, fuck it. It is what it is. So when I get back to it, I'm gonna get back to it. Like I'm getting time now. And I'm gonna take off with that shit. But with the promoting and hosting, bro, they pretty much presented it to me. They were like, hey, everybody knows you, everybody fucks with you, you're cool as fuck, you dope as fuck, let's throw an event together, and then I'm gonna pay you some money, you know what I mean, just for doing A, B, C, and D. And I'm like, all right, fuck it, you know what I mean? So I did it, and I'm like, I didn't really make shit. I made like $100. But it was a great night, it was fun, it was cool, it was dope. So the homeboy Trip G was like, kept pushing me to do that. Like, you need to be a promoter. You'll be a good promoter. You need to be a host. And then, so I just started fucking with him more. Mm-hmm. He started booking me a lot. We started working together, making money. And then J-Po seen I was putting in work, and he took me under his wing. He's like the head honcho in Oklahoma with hosting and shit. So he took me under his wing, put me on, and Josh is the owner of Hubbly Bubbly, and he seen what I was doing, offered me a position up there with him, and I just took off with it pretty much. And then
I saw it every week for a while.
Yeah, I was doing it every day at one point. I was doing it every week, every month, all that. Now I do it when I'm in town. And even then, sometimes I'd be like, man, I don't even, because it's dealing with a lot of people, bro. You got to be, I'll be drinking, bro. I don't want to talk to them. People are weird as fuck. I ain't gonna lie to you. So, especially if I know you're weird or like your energy's weird. You know what I mean? Like, I don't.
You're probably kind of past the function energy where you just want to sit there. It's like,
I want to, when I'm at the bar like that, I'll be wanting to eat. I have a chef. You can smoke weed in there. So I'll be wanting to roll up, eat, and watch NBA games and shit. Like, I don't want to talk to every single person that comes in here and hold a conversation with them. But now it's to the point to where everybody that comes are my people. Like, I actually love them and fuck with them. So I don't mind. But like, when you get into bigger crowds and atmospheres, you don't know all them people. And some people are assholes, bro. They come in there all demanding shit and like disrespectful, or they don't want to pay. And so I'm like, man, he don't even know I'll headbutt his ass. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I be sitting back there like, oh my God, like, and I just be letting shit slide, bro. But
what's the new chapter like then? Because you moved back to Cali when?
Last year, October.
And you've been like on a new chapter since then, just more focused, or?
No, I was on that before then. I mean, here, like I said, it's always easy for me to get distracted. Yeah. And it's because there's so much lust and partying and nothing to do. So anytime
you know so many people.
Exactly. So every time I'm in Cali, bro, I'm locked in, bro. Like 100% locked in. All I do is work, bro. I go home, I'll shower, smoke. That weed is so good, bro. I swear. My cousin actually buys $80 eighths. That's insane. Remember, we used to get eighths for like $10, $15.
I don't remember that.
Back in the day, like,
I don't remember no $10. $15.
What?
No.
You ain't never got no eighth for 15?
Nah.
Damn, they was robbing you, Zach. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm not.
At least 20, 25. But $60 for an eighth?
In the beginning, yeah, normal.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, talking about like when we were in high school, that was normal.
In high school, I mean,
that was like normal price.
You're right. Now that you say it, but it wasn't that gassy though.
I don't know. When I talk to people about the past, that 10th to 12th grade
was gas.
Like we got a taste of it, then it fell off, and then it came back around.
Yeah.
But in that high school,
we had
no business being around that.
We had some gas.
Like, we had no business doing that and going to school.
Therm used to keep some gas. No cap.
He's the first person.
Him and Big A.
Yeah, they're wild.
You should get Big A on here. He's fucking funny.
No, I know he'd do it. He got a good story, too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, a great story. He from the hood, boy.
Hey, Darko.
You know, he really just said fuck football. Like, he could have kept going playing at OU.
I know.
He just got the starting position at tight end.
I remember
he was like
in high school with the big white T-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Just killed
tall tees. I mean, yeah, Big A, yeah, original Don, tall tee.
Pulling up to school in that Cadillac.
On bumping on 30s, yeah, with smelling like straight weed.
I remember he was like, come outside. And I came outside from school, and he was just sitting there, and he opened up his car door, and it just leaked out. And I'm like, why'd you tell me to come outside?
He is funny.
But no, something you said that stood out to me is you're like, when I go back to Cali, I'm locked in. Since I've started traveling, even though I live in Oklahoma, something about traveling I really love is like, one, you don't know anybody. And then when you do meet people, they only meet you for like this version. Mm-hmm. Not that it's bad to like know, like me and you knowing each other so well isn't a negative thing.
Yeah.
But it is cool to meet people and they only meet you like from here forward.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that when you're like out there in a new environment where they know Ricky, but they don't have to know Ricky from 12 years old?
I think it's important to let people know who you are and kind of where you came from, because they'll know how to handle you better. You know what I mean? At least me. So when I break down to people that I have been to prison, because I'm open about that shit, because people are so judgmental. Like if I'm gonna date a girl, or if I'm doing a job interview, stuff like that, like I'm just open about it, because like you ain't gonna use that shit against me.
No, that ownership.
You know what I mean? In the future, yeah. So, and they can see, like, it kind of gives you a definition of like who I am. Like, could you lose your mom at 16 and go to prison and be damn near homeless and be, you know what I mean? Would you get through all of that mentally? A lot of people won't. They'll be like, shit, I would have.
And still be cool?
Like, yeah, like, So like a lot of people know, they respect that. They're like, damn, that nigga's been through a lot. Like, I can't even get through a breakup. You know what I mean? Like, so like they respect it. A lot of people judge me still. Like, oh, he's a felon, like da-da-da. But over time being around me, when you get to know me and shit, they don't, like, all my bosses love me, bro. They're like, this nigga never calls out. He's the cleanest person ever. Like, he's always here on time, like, very reliable. So they're like, that shit don't mean nothing that he went to jail. Like, that didn't affect him for real. Some people, it'll make you or break you. That's a real thing.
And you feel like when you're there, since you are just like meeting new people and still have enough space to do your own thing, it's easier to stay locked in on it?
I think it's easier now because I know like my objective in life, you know, is really like to just be closer with God and to take care of my daughter for real. Like, and after that, like I can really do what I want, have fun, you know, outside of that, unless I get married or whatever. But like, so when I'm out there, it's like the whole thing I'm thinking about is God and my daughter. You know what I mean? So that's just
simple goals.
Yeah, real simple. No, you're right. Real simple goals. Like that's easy to focus on, and that's really what I do. So I'll just be locked in, focusing on coming back out here to see her or buying her gifts or giving her money, stuff like that. Like,
what's your walk with faith been like?
It's been dope, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I've been close with God. Like, I got super close with him when I was in prison, but like, I've always had God in my life. You know what I mean?
I remember the WCC days.
Yeah. So like now it's more impactful because I'm going through a stage to where I think about like, this is deep. Like, I think I'm crazy you asked me that. So the other day, I catch myself doubting God and questioning God and stuff, but I don't do it in a disrespectful way. Obviously, I just do it in like, I keep all this alien shit is fucking me up. I'm just being real. Like, I really do believe in aliens. And now I'm trying to figure out like about the gods. Did you heard about all the gods that used to be here?
Like Anunnaki style?
Yeah, back in the day. Yeah. So now I'm like, is that shit real too? Like, I'm digging into all this stuff.
I always wonder if like all of it can be real.
Yeah, and connected. Because if you think about it, bro, like Thor, he's the god of thunder, you know? And then like, so the Bible kind of breaks down all this stuff, bro. And it's like, it's confusing because they rewrote the Bible thousands of times. So obviously there's a lot of lies in there and hiccups. And then I also studied Islam when I was in prison because my uncles are Islam. So I'm like, why are y'all Islam and we're Christian? You know what I mean? So I studied it. Funny as fuck, they tried to fight me because we were fasting and I was in the bathroom eating a honey bun. And they felt disrespected. Like, nigga, you don't eat like when you're fasting. Like, this is our religion. Like, you think this shit's a game? And I'm like, no. I've been working out all day on this fucking prison yard and I'm starving, bro. I'm not even a Muslim. I'm a Christian. I just studying it. And they really tried to fight me, bro. Like they was trying to fuck me up, some big ass like Muslims. And I was like, but my uncle's like an OG in there. He's doing life. So he was like, y'all touch my nephew and I'm going to show y'all why I'm doing life and shit. So they like left me alone, but it was a real deal, bro. It was a real thing.
I applaud you for like learning more because when I started to like look into other religions and things, I really loved being able to educate myself, but also like putting the pieces together. Like when I was traveling in the UK, one of these guys I met playing pool, he's turned into like a brother. You would love him. He's really dope. His name's Taff. He's Muslim. He grew up kind of like us and then transition. So I think that's why we connect even more because he knows like both sides. But my wife and I were at his house multiple times when we've been in the UK having dinner, and it's a Muslim household, like wife's wrapped up, all these things. And I'm like, dang, like if I wouldn't have got out of my comfort zone and traveled, I'd never be around this. It's not like we're around it that much here.
But you know what's crazy? Islam makes more sense than Christianity. Like straight up. It makes way more sense. I'm still a Christian, but I don't agree with the Bible. This is just me. And I've told my uncle this. I've told my pastors this. I've told my counselor. They're looking at me like I'm really psycho. But God, like, bro, God, I'm not going to go to heaven because I'm not heaven. I'm not going to go to hell because I lust or because I made mistakes and go to prison or because I curse somebody out. Like, I strongly believe that. You know what I mean? So all that fake Christianity stuff really kind of pisses me off because it says that you have to be perfect. You know what I mean? And nobody's perfect. So I love a Christian that's honest. You know what I mean? And like, that's why I don't go to a lot of churches because the pastors be stealing money, trying to hook up with the women, and they just don't even have a real message behind.
Bro, I saw a clip of a pastor talking, and he was like
staring at a girl.
The girl walked by, and he looked, and I was just like, bro, you can't do that.
Crazy, bro. So like, I know what I'm talking about to such a degree, bro, that I don't give a fuck what no one says about it, and I don't care how I'm looked at or judged or anything by it. But I really do honestly believe that like God's gonna like judge everyone, but not to that extent. Like when you go to heaven, I don't know what separates you from going to heaven and hell, but I know if you're like a good person with a good heart and you're trying and doing good, you believe in God and you know the Jesus Christ, you know you're good. You know at the end of the day. So that's just kind of where I sit with it. But it's really in the back of my mind. Like I really want to figure this alien shit out, bro. I've been looking up videos and everything. Like they're talking about Trump released some files from 1950, you know, so I've been looking into that. And then I'm really big on like documentaries and like just facts in life, like all this P. Diddy stuff coming out. And I've been hearing about it for years. And I was like, he is kind of weird, you know, but I never knew it was to this degree. Now they're tying him to Tupac's murder and Biggie's murder. Like that's crazy. Like he did all this shit because he has money, y'all, and people knew about it. Like Snoop Dogg, you ain't shit because you knew about that, bro. Like a lot of people knew about it, like how he killed them, literally. Biggie was planning on leaving his record label and getting away from him because he's a sick individual. He's psycho. So he was like, if Biggie leaves, he's gonna lose $10 to $100 million type shit. You know, if he dies, something happens to him, I own all his shit. I keep all that and like forever. You know. Started a beef between him and Tupac, West Coast, East Coast, covered it up, paid everybody he needed to pay, sat back. And that's sick, bro. Like, that's crazy. So I don't know. I'm just big on like factual information.
Learning more.
And like you said, knowledge. I really don't be liking to talk and not knowing what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So,
man, I know this is switching subjects, but what do you think is the reason, like, more than one reason, whatever, that you do like have a good heart, you do have a hustler's mentality, and you do like have dedication, even though you did deal with all that? Because when you rattle it off, it sounds crazy. Like lost my mother, gangbang, like prison was normal. Like what keeps you still being cool? Because like I know you have pros and cons.
Yeah,
you've always been a good dude.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I think my mom, like how my mom raised me, bro. Straight up, my mama just built me like that. I got
just stuck.
Yeah, it stuck with me. Everything she taught me. And my grandma, my aunties, like that's kind of how they raised us. That's kind of how we are, you know. We don't really let life get to us. Anytime we're down, we pick ourselves up. Like we don't need nobody to pick us up. Like really is God too, bro. Like my faith is so good in God, I'll literally say a prayer and leave it the fuck alone. And I can just only control what I can control. You know what I mean? So if it's something out of my reach, like I don't care. I'm just leaving it in God's hands. Fuck it. Like, and I probably shouldn't take that approach with everything, but I do. Like, I really do. And then as far as like really life, bro, I really have been around for a while. Like 33 we're not old, but we're grown enough to like, damn, I seen this a lot in my life, you know? So I'm gonna believe it. You know what I mean? I'm not no delusional person that's like, oh, my girlfriend got a hickey on her neck and she didn't cheat on me and she's been gone all day drunk. Like, no, we're done. Like, literally, like, where you have a hickey on your neck, bro. I didn't give you a hickey. We're done. Like, I'm not going to sit there and argue back and forth and do all that. I'm telling you, I really just accept shit for what it is. That's what I had to do to have a peaceful life in mind. Because if I didn't, bro, my mind would be going fucking insane and I would be crazy, probably on medication and shit. Like, if it's out of my control, I just let it go, bro. Pray about it.
It's so true, too, though, like, because we're not old, but when you're around people you've known, I think the years blur together faster. So, like, me saying I've known you 18 years, like, no matter when I see you, sometimes you don't put the years into perspective. Like, you're not like, damn, we're 33. When we met each other at 15, like, some people's parents were 33.
Yeah.
Like, some of our friends' parents were in their 30s. Like,
yeah.
It's an interesting transition. I will say it's a blessing to be able to meet people at different chapters, and then have good relationships. I think those individual relationships are pretty dope too. Like I said, you've always been a good dude. That doesn't mean you haven't made mistakes, but I heard something where they're like, I don't judge people on their worst mistakes. And I'm like, man, that's true. Because we've all had some fucked up situations, and like, if you're only judged on that, then there's no winning.
Facts.
So to see like coming out the other side, being a father, I got one more question for you, bro.
Yes,
and
sir.
I know we could go all day, but
No, you good.
And this is a deeper one. Looking back at 12, 13 years old, when you're getting jumped into a gang and when you are living that type of life, like, what would you tell that kid now that was just like so lost, looking for some type of hope and structure?
I meant to cross that earlier too. Why I started gangbanging, like I said, I didn't really start it. I was already like tied into that shit without a choice. But it was like having family outside of my household, because my household was so fucked up. So every time I left the house, I'm with all the homies, you know what I mean? And they made me feel like that was my family, you know, like they protected me, they had my back, you know, stuff like that. So that was played a big role in it. And I used to think shit was cool that they did and how they were and shit. So, but if I could tell kids now about gangbanging is you're literally going to die or go to prison. Like, there's no other way around it. So if that's what you want to do with your life, go ahead. You know what I mean? But like, I don't recommend it, and it's not cool. And like, you know, if I could go back, bro, like I literally would have took the whole opposite route than what I took. You know what I mean? I would have took the square route. I would have took the corny route, whatever y'all want to say, bro, because all that time I wasted doing all that stuff, going to jail, going to prison, getting arrested, all that stuff, bro. I wasn't really accomplishing anything, bro. I could have spent that time with my moms. You feel me? Like, I could have used that time to put it into college, bro. I would have been at OU with Kendall and them. I was just as cold as them. I just didn't take it serious. You feel me? So like, if I could take back all that shit, bro, like, I would go the complete opposite route, bro. I wouldn't do it. It's not worth it. You feel me? And at the end of the day, you don't need a gang for like family or, you know, like to feel like wanted or loved or anything. You know, you can go meet a church gang. You know what I mean? You can go to church for that and feel the same love without going to jail. Like, so, you know, gangbanging just needs to come to an end, bro. Like, I don't know who, I do know like the people that are in charge, like the head honchos, but like, I feel like it should be like looked upon kind of nowadays, bro. Gangbangers should be looked up on like as crack. You know what I mean? Like, cause I ain't gonna lie, you got some gangbangers that don't kill and rob and steal and do all that. You know, they live a good life, positive, they're Christians, all that. They just so happen to be a gangbanger. But then, you know, you got some that literally teach the youth to carry guns and to sell drugs. They got little kids out here doing all this stuff, just using them. And that's really not what it's about. If you look up gangbanging, how it originally started is because the police were racist in California, and they used to beat the shit out of black people. So they started the Crips to protect their community. So the police can't just come over there, beat the shit out of someone, rape the women and leave, all that. So then it changed when they start arguing and getting into it as family. That's when they branched off and became Bloods. When it originally was just Crips. You feel me? So that's what it was about, for protection. You know what I mean? To protect your family, or like when, like, I don't know, like a brotherhood type shit. And then they changed it to what it is today. And that's what defeats the whole purpose. You know what I mean?
Man, I'm excited for people when they listen to this for the range.
Facts.
Because like anytime I get someone on that I have that much history with, cause there's not a ton of people I've known for 20 years.
Facts.
And when I do, it's like, I hope you all are ready for the range of,
what we're talking about.
Because it may go over some people's heads, but like there's a lot of value. And I can't say this without like, or I can't say this and mean it anymore, but man, I'm really happy to see you today. I'm proud of where you're at. And I really am proud of
my
you
brother.
to call you a brother.
Facts.
For real.
You my guy.
We have a lot of history, and when we needed somebody, there are a lot of times that we didn't know that that's what we were doing.
Yeah. Facts.
I just appreciate you sharing the space, bro.
Shit. Yes, sir. I appreciate you having me, bro. For real, this shit is fire. I like what you're doing. I like how you got your culture with you, man. I like that. Yeah, I like that, bro. You got to stick to your roots, man. I ain't gonna lie though, like you've always been a real deal Indian. Like there's different Indians.
Yeah.
Like you got Indians that are like, they don't really care that they're Indian. You got the Indians that like, they rep that shit. You know what I mean? Like full fledged starter, but it's not like as big as I think it should be. You know what I mean? I feel like they should push that shit more, bro. Like you got KKK, you got the Black Panthers. I'm just being real, bro. You got a lot of different like races and like the cartel, and that's like not in like a positive, negative light too. Mm. But like Indians are known for so much stuff, bro. And like I didn't even know that I had Indian in me. That's why my hair is so damn curly all the time. I didn't know that like they had Black Indians and stuff. Like I didn't know a lot of this stuff until I got
go down the whole.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't know this until like recently, and I'm 33. I probably figured this out 2-3 years ago. So like I'll be hating that shit. I'll be like, how did I not know this? Like, and they're like, yeah, bro, Indians were here first. Like, and like Black people were discovered first over there, but when they came over here, like Indians were already here. That's why the land is marked the way it is. That's why some of them get paid for. And I'm like, what? So I had to do research on that. Mm-hmm. Crazy.
Man, I can't wait till however long it is till you come back, but we'll have to run it again. But I really appreciate you, bro.
No, I got you. I appreciate you too, bro. I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.